crispy phyllo, delicious with a simple honeyed yoghurt.
Now, these are beautiful phyllo pastry sheets. Now, it is possible to make it, but to be honest, to try and stretch the pastry that thin and get it even is an absolute nightmare.
Life's too short to make it at home when you can buy amazing phyllo pastry.
So, when working with it, always get a nice damp cloth and just lay the damp cloth over it. That keeps it nice and moist, and it stops the phyllo pastry from actually drying out. Put a pan on to melt your butter. It's the butter that gives the crispiness to the phyllo pastry. If you're ever going to brush or coat phyllo pastry with butter, then make sure that butter is nicely seasoned. You take your first layer, lay it onto the board. Nicely. Brush that with your butter. And the nice thing about phyllo pastry is that it can be used for savoury and sweet.
These are going to have a fragrant, savoury flavour with thyme, black pepper and Parmesan cheese, so no need for salt.
Lift up the corner and fold very quickly. Brush the ends and just nip those ends together. Non-stick pan on, a little splash of olive oil.
Fry the pastry for 1 to 2 minutes on each side.
So you want them to sort of puff up. The secret is to keep them quickly. You can smell that cheese and that thyme.
You're looking for them to become golden and crispy. Simple as that.
And then out. Smells delicious. And as they sit and cool down, instantly, they become really nice and crispy.
The phyllo goes fantastically well with thick, creamy Greek yoghurt and a drizzle of runny honey.
And there's something quite sort of Middle Eastern about the herbs, the yoghurt and the honey, and the sort of crispy textures of the phyllo pastry. An alternative, savoury breakfast.
When you want a stunning and sophisticated breakfast that mixes fragrant herbs and cheese with glorious honey yoghurt, this Middle Eastern treat hits the spot, and it's so simple to make. Gorgeous grilled lamb koftas with my incredible twist on a Middle Eastern classic, hummus. First job, glorious beetroot hummus.
We're going to blend and puree the cooked chickpea and the beetroot. Now, the beetroot gives that pickly, delicious flavour to the hummus. Beetroot's in with the chickpea. A nice seasoning of salt and pepper. A tablespoon of olive oil. A tablespoon of tahini. This is roasted sesame seeds, pounded and mixed with oil.
Now, crushed garlic and toasted cumin seeds, grind, then pop into a blender.
I love that nice, dark, rich colour, and you finish it with a nice lemon. Slice it in half, take out the seeds, and squeeze. The fresh lemon juice at the end just wakes up the acidity in the beetroot, but really cuts the richness of the chickpea. And the lemon juice is pivotal. It really brings the beetroot and the chickpeas together. Chickpeas are packed with protein, very dense, and it needs that kind of acidity. One more little blend. Lovely. Nice. Little taste. That's delicious.
Homemade beetroot hummus, so tasty, and it really is that easy to make. To finish, some toasted cumin seeds and sumac.
Now this is delicious. It's a sort of Middle Eastern spice. And then some sesame seeds. Finish that off with marjoram.
Hummus done, now for my koftas.
Pan on, onion, nice and finely diced. Garlic, 3 nice cloves. Squeeze the garlic over the onions. Onions, garlic in. You get a really nice colour on them. After that, a nice teaspoon of chili flakes. Beautiful.
Now into a pestle and mortar with a teaspoon of toasted cumin.
Give that a little touch of salt in there. Helps grind it down. That is such a lovely smell. Aromatic, Exciting, spicy, intriguing.
Once ground to a fine powder, sprinkle your spices into the onion and garlic to create a wonderful aromatic paste. Now for the lamb mince.
Lightly season it. And then add all that wonderful flavour.
Next for some freshness, parsley and mint roughly chopped and a glug of olive oil.
Get your hands in there and give that a really good mix. Traditionally, you can see koftas on little sticks, barbecue skewers. And depending on where you are, they have different sort of variations and shapes and sizes. I much prefer the nice little sort of, almost like little mini burgers, like little mini sliders. But these can be griddled, these can be fried in a pan, or even cooked on the barbecue.
Start by rolling the mix into a golf ball size, then flatten out.
Always lightly oil your plate. That way, when you set them in the fridge, they don't need to be oiled again. They can straight into the pan because they've got oil underneath and oil on top. Keep your hands lightly oiled, and it helps stop the lamb from sticking to your fingers.
Then pop them into the fridge to set and firm up before cooking.
Now, you can cook the kofta in a frying pan on the barbecue or an amazing little griddle pan. Get the plaque really nice and hot.
Whilst that heats, I'm making a yoghurt dip.
I love a nice sort of fresh minted yoghurt.
Put fresh mint leaves, salt, and a pinch of toasted cumin and black pepper into a pestle and mortar to grind.
As you start to sort of blend, the mint almost turns into a nice fresh mint puree. And the smell out of that is incredible.
Add yoghurt, and I like Greek best, and a squeeze of lemon.
But look at that now. Beautiful. Now for the kofta. So they go on. One of the biggest problems on cooking kofta is that they move them too early and they start to break up, but let them grill. And by grilling them, they'll naturally lift off the bar once they're charcoaled. And so literally 2.5 minutes each side. Now, turn them over. Beautiful. The smell is incredible.
Once browned on both sides, they're ready to serve.
On. Delicious. I absolutely love lunches like this because it's sort of bold food that's packed full of freshness and great flavours.
These quick and easy minty lamb koftas served with beetroot hummus are perfect for a relaxed meal your family and friends will all want to tuck into.